Have you ever felt your mind racing, unable to find a single quiet moment to breathe? In this video, we'll explore why silence matters and how it can become your greatest ally in the busiest of days. By the end, you will understand practical ways to welcome stillness into your routine, unlock hidden strength, and navigate life's challenges with renewed clarity and purpose. Silence is not empty. It's full of answers waiting for you, if only you pause to listen. So settle in, take a deep breath, and prepare to discover how saying less can actually help you achieve more. And before we dive in, if my podcast gives you hope, helps you grow, or even just makes your day a little better, don't keep it to yourself. Feel free to like and subscribe and share it with someone else who's learning, dreaming, or just needs a little push today. And in the comments, I truly want to hear from you. Where in the world are you listening from? What time is it right now? And what are you doing as you listen? Or just drop by and say, "Hi, Deja. Your messages mean so much to me. I read every single one, and they remind me why I keep creating. So thank you for being here. You matter." And now, let's begin. What makes the world so loud? Every day, screens flash with new updates, notifications ping in rapid succession, and voices compete for our attention, leaving us mentally exhausted and on edge. This constant barrage of stimuli feeds a never-ending cycle of distraction and stress, pulling us further away from our own thoughts and feelings. When we surrender to the noise, we lose touch with what truly matters, our values, our goals, and our inner compass. Yet that same noise can become a powerful signal, telling us when we need to pause, when we need to step back, and when our minds are begging for a moment of quiet. Recognizing these signals is the first step toward reclaiming the peace that lies just beyond the chaos. Why do we crave connection yet fear silence? In our modern lives, connection feels essential. Friends, family, and colleagues are just a click away, and we fear missing out if we ever unplug. We scroll through endless feeds, reply instantly to messages, and fill every quiet second with sound. But true connection begins within. In moments when we allow ourselves to simply be alone with our thoughts, by leaning into silence, we create space to recharge, to listen to our own heartbeat, and to hear the subtle whispers of our own intuition. Gradually, we learn that solitude is not loneliness, but a gateway to deeper self-awareness and genuine relationships. How can silence become a sanctuary? Imagine stepping away from the noise into a calm, quiet room. No calls, no alerts, no chatter, just you and your breath. In that space, you can listen to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, gently observing what arises. Silence, in this sense, becomes your sanctuary, a refuge where you can notice worries, hopes, and dreams more clearly than ever before. Over time, returning to this sanctuary strengthens your ability to face challenges with composure and resilience. Each visit grounds you, like dipping into a cool pool on a hot day, refreshing, renewing, and entirely yours. What is the power of stillness? Stillness acts like a mirror for our mind, reflecting thoughts and emotions we often overlook in our busy lives. In a silent frame, patterns emerge. Habits of worry, expectations we carry, values that guide or limit us. By witnessing these patterns without distraction, we gain the gift of self-awareness, a powerful tool for genuine change. That awareness is the root of authentic transformation, allowing us to step off the autopilot track and choose our reactions instead of repeating old scripts. With each breath in stillness, we become more present, more intentional, and more aligned with who we truly want to be. How does reflection spur growth? When we pause and reflect, small insights can blossom into major breakthroughs, like noticing how a single thought can spiral into anxiety, or how a quiet moment can spark a fresh idea. A single minute of thoughtful silence might reveal a hidden fear or bring into focus an unspoken desire, illuminating the path forward. Over weeks and months, these little revelations accumulate, reshaping how we think, act, and relate to others. Reflection, then, becomes the engine of personal growth, gentle, consistent, and deeply transformative, guiding us toward a life that feels more authentic and fulfilling. Why does self-understanding matter? Knowing yourself is the foundation of confidence and resilience, yet many of us rush through life without ever stepping back to ask key questions. Silence invites you to ponder. What do I truly value? Which beliefs lift me up, and which weigh me down? As you answer these questions in quiet contemplation, you build a detailed map of your inner world, guiding every decision with greater authenticity and purpose. This self-knowledge becomes your compass in uncertain times, helping you stand firm when the winds of life begin to blow. How can meditation help you harness silence? Meditation offers a structured way to settle the mind, guiding you into silence step by step. By focusing on the breath, a single mantra, or the gentle rise and fall of your chest, you learn to notice distractions without getting lost in them. Each session of just a few minutes trains your attention muscle, making it easier to access peaceful stillness throughout the day, even amid chaos. Applied regularly, meditation becomes a powerful habit, opening the door to deeper insight, emotional balance, and a steadier mind. What role does deep breathing play? Deep conscious breathing is a gateway to calm. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, then exhale gently through your mouth, releasing tension with each breath. This simple act shifts your nervous system from fight or flight into a state of relaxation, creating fertile ground for silent reflection. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, at work, in traffic, or during a tough conversation, pausing for 3 deep breaths can reset your mind and anchor you to the present moment. With practice, these breaths become mini breaks of clarity in the busiest of days. Why create a dedicated quiet space? Designating a corner of your home or a special spot in nature as your silence zone sends a clear signal to your brain. It's time to slow down. Remove digital devices, add a comfortable cushion or chair, and include a plant or candle to set a peaceful tone. This simple ritual of entering your quiet space conditions your mind to settle more quickly, making each session deeper and more restorative. Over time, your silence zone becomes a sanctuary you look forward to, an everyday retreat where your inner world can flourish. Can brief moments of silence really help? You don't need hours of meditation to reap the benefits. Just a few seconds of focused silence scattered throughout the day can work wonders. Pause before each meal to breathe and appreciate the flavors. Stand still for a short nature break and notice the breeze, or close your eyes for a heartbeat while waiting in line. These tiny pauses reset your nervous system, reduce stress, and reconnect you with your intentions. When added up, they transform a hectic day into a series of mindful moments that keep you grounded. How does silence sharpen your perspective? When you step back from chaos, problems that once felt overwhelming shrink into clarity. In a silent mind, you can see options you missed before, weigh possibilities without panic, and trust your instincts. This sharpened perspective helps you choose paths that align with your values, rather than reacting out of fear or habit. As you practice silence, decision-making becomes less about guesswork and more about listening to that inner voice guiding you toward what truly matters. What makes decision-making easier? In noise, doubts multiply and swirl, trapping you in analysis paralysis. Silence simplifies the process. By quieting mental chatter, you can weigh pros and cons with equanimity, noticing which choice resonates most with your values and long-term goals. Over time, practicing silent reflection before big decisions builds trust in your intuition, reducing second-guessing and regret. Each confident choice reinforces your faith in yourself, making the next decision feel less daunting and more empowering. How does clarity build confidence? Each time you act from clear insight, you prove to yourself that you can trust your inner voice. That trust grows into quiet confidence, empowering you to face uncertainty with courage instead of fear. As confidence deepens, challenges become opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to avoid. With every silent moment of clarity, you reinforce the belief that you have the inner resources to handle whatever life brings your way. What is the journey of inner connection? Silence is not an endpoint, but a path, a gentle unfolding of awareness and strength. With each silent pause, you deepen your relationship with yourself, learning to listen without judgment and respond with intention. This inner connection becomes your anchor, steadying you through life's storms and triumphs alike. Rather than seeking answers in external noise, you learn to trust the wisdom that resides within. Why call silence an exploration? Embarking on a silent practice is like setting out on a voyage into uncharted territory. Your mind and heart hold mysteries waiting to be discovered. Curiosity fuels this exploration. Notice what thoughts arise, where emotions dwell, and what insights emerge. With each session, the landscape of your inner world becomes more vivid and familiar, revealing hidden caves of creativity, courage, and compassion. As you chart this territory, you become both the explorer and the mapmaker, guiding yourself toward greater wholeness. How is silence an act of self-care? Choosing to pause is choosing to protect your well-being. In silence, you honor your need for rest, reflection, and renewal, essentials for mental and emotional health. This simple, accessible self-care practice costs nothing but yields profound benefits, helping you stay balanced, resilient, and more present with yourself and others. By prioritizing silent moments, you cultivate kindness toward your own mind, nurturing a foundation of calm from which everything else grows. How do you overcome distractions? Distractions will come. Thoughts, external noises, restlessness, but each distraction is an opportunity to practice gentle redirection. When your mind wanders, simply notice the thought without judgment. Let it drift away like a cloud, and return your focus to your breath or chosen anchor. With patience and kindness toward yourself, distractions lose their power, and your capacity for sustained attention grows stronger. Before long, you'll find it easier to maintain inner calm, even amid the busiest environments. What daily habits support silence? Integrate mini breaks of silence into your routines. Start your morning with a minute of quiet gratitude. Pause midday for a mindful sip of tea and end the evening without screens, reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for. Consistency matters more than duration. These small rituals weave stillness into the fabric of your life, making silence a natural companion rather than a rare treat. Over time, these habits form a safety net of calm that catches you whenever stress begins to rise. Ready to embrace your inner strength? Now you have tools and insights to make silence your superpower. Begin today by choosing one simple practice. Perhaps 3 deep breaths before breakfast or a 5-minute quiet walk after work, and honor it consistently. Notice the subtle shifts in clarity, confidence, and calm that unfold as you give yourself permission to simply be. Remember, the journey of silence is an unfolding story of self-discovery. Your true strength awaits in each still moment.